games.
You can win this sporty truck with just one answer on Card Sharks. And if you play your cards right, you can win $32,000. And now, the host of Card Sharks, Bob Eubanks.
Thank you, Bob Hilton, and good morning, everybody. Welcome to Card Sharks. We're going to play for the big money. That's the way we're going to start our show off today because we recently crowned a new champion, and we ran out of time, so we didn't have time to play for the big money and the new truck and all of that. So we're going to get him in here right now and say hi to him. Butch, please join us in Card Sharks. How you doing, big guy?
Fine.
Okay, Butch, very quickly tell everybody about yourself. Will you do that?
Yes, I'm from Des Moines, Iowa, and I own a auto salvage yard there. I'm what they call a junk dealer, in other words.
Oh, you have a junkyard?
Junkyard.
Do you have a junkyard dog?
Oh, yes, definitely.
What's his name?
Smokey.
And what kind of a dog is he?
German Shepherd.
Will he bite you?
Oh, definitely. If I give him the command, Smokey, kill, he just looks at you and wags his tail.
Eat your hubcaps, right?
That's right.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Well, we're going to give you a chance to play for the big money right now, Butch, and we have two very lovely dealers. So, Christine and Susanna, would you please come in here and let's start dealing out the cards. Good morning, ladies.
Morning, Bob.
How are you? They're going to deal out a deck of cards that you cut a little earlier, and I'll remind you of a couple of things. You can change one card per line, Butch. That's important. And also, minimum bets are $50 each time. So we're going to give you some of our money to play with, and that's the way we're going to start our show today, by playing for the big money. Good luck to you, Butch. See you right there now. And here's your first card. It happens to be a 4, and you got $200.
Definitely higher for $200.
Going to bet it all higher than the 4. There's a good one. You got $400 now.
I think we'll choose number 3.
Number 3, change the 7. You can change one card per line, and the 7 now becomes a 5. You got $400, Butch.
We'll go 200 higher.
$200 higher than the 5. Push. No win, no loss. You're okay. 400.
We'll go higher for $300.
$300 higher than the 5. It is, sure. 7. Up here, give you another 4. You've got $1,100.
We're going to go 800 lower.
$800 lower than the Queen. Yeah. $1,900, Butch.
$1,500 higher.
I thought you were going to go for the gusto.
I was going to.
$1,500 higher than the 3. 9 is yours. $3,400 player change.
Now we're going to change number 2.
Number 2. Let's see what the 9 becomes. Thank you, Christine. 9 turns into a 6. That's a little better. $3,400, Butch.
I think we're going to go 400 higher.
$400 higher than the 6. 7, just barely, but you did it. $3,800. Come up here. The 7 is the card. Going to get rid of that one?
Could I please have an ace?
You certainly can. Well, I don't know about an ace, but we'll give you another card. 7 turns into a 6. Now, you got $3,800. The rules say you have to bet at least half or $1,900.
We'll go 1,900 higher.
Gonna bet half of it higher. Good luck, my friend. We hope it's there. Is it higher than the 6? It is! Boy! You don't do anything the easy way, do you? That's very good, my friend. Now you have $5,900. And we're going to give you a chance to win a brand new little red truck. Bob Hilton, why don't you tell him about his truck?
Absolutely. It's the Jeep Comanche Pioneer, a bold, tough two-door mid-size pickup. Has innovative design and engineering plus rugged capabilities. Comes with California emission. Good luck, Butch.
Thank you, Robert. All right, Butch, here's how we do this now. In our studio audience all this week, we have had 10 senior Olympic athletes. I'll ask you a question about our 10 senior Olympic athletes, and then I'll ask you to register your answer on the range board over there. So, Christine, may I please have the question? All right, Butch, good luck to you. Let's win the truck. Before the show, we asked these 10 athletes, can you bend over and touch your toes? How many of these 10 athletes can bend over and touch their toes? I want you to go over there and place the marker on your answer, if you would, please. How many of these 10 athletes can bend over and touch their toes? What do you think, Butch? Butch says that 7 of them can.
Lucky number 7.
If it's 7, you win the truck. If you're off by 1, if it's 6 or 8, you win another $500. 3 chances to win on Card Sharks. The actual number of these athletes who can bend over and touch their toes is 9 of them can. Woo! So you didn't win any more money. You got $5,900. When we come back, we are going to meet a new challenger for you. All right? We'll be right back to that.
Nothing lifts the spirits like family coming together and great.
Welcome welcome back to Card Sharks. Nice way to start our show. Our champion now has $5,900. You did real well over there.
Thank you.
It's kind of some lousy cards. And anyway, time to meet a new challenger. Loretta, why don't you come in here and join us on Card Sharks? Oh, boy. Yeah, shake hands with old Butch. You can
That's
call
the
him
last time.
Butchkula if you want to. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Loretta Cola. I'm from New York, which I'm sure you can't guess. I'm here for a year. I've lived here for a year. I used to be a New York City school teacher, but I feared for my life, so now, now I sell books to schools.
So you feared for your life?
Yeah, kind of.
Why did you move to California, really? I mean, why did so many New Yorkers move to California?
Can't stand the weather. Do you want to shovel out of that snow every day?
Well, I was in New York 2 weeks ago. It was so beautiful.
That's it.
You know? Oh, just those 2 weeks, huh?
That's
I see.
it.
Okay. All right, we're going to start this thing off right now. If you win 2 games, you're our champion. And the first question is for you, Butch. And once again, this question involves our 10 senior Olympic athletes in our studio audience. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for helping us. Now, before the show, Butch, we asked these 10 athletes, are you in better shape now than you were 20 years ago? How many of these 10 athletes are in better shape now than they were 20 years ago?
They all look in perfect shape now.
Boy, don't they look in good shape? They really do.
Look in good shape.
We're going to get old Joe to lose a couple of pounds, but other than they look in good shape.
I would say 6 of them are going to say that.
6 of them, all right. Loretta, what do you think? Higher or lower than that?
I think it's going to be a little bit lower.
A little bit lower? Well, the actual number of these athletes who are in better shape now than they were 20 years ago is 4 of them. It is a little bit lower. Which 4 of you are in better shape now than you were 20 years ago? Raise your hand if you would, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. Joe, tell us about it, my friend.
Pardon?
I happen to know a story about you, so why don't you tell everybody?
Well, about 10 years ago, I managed to get myself up to over 400 pounds. And at age 59, which is about 3 years ago, I took off over 200 pounds, and I'm still taking off some more weight. And I got involved in exercising, Senior Olympics. I stopped eating like a pig. I stopped smoking, and I'm feeling tremendous.
And what event do you... Oh, it's a great story, by the way.
Sir?
What event do you compete in?
I compete in shot put, discus, javelin, and 100-meter dash.
You know, I happen to think I have so much respect for people who lose that much weight because we have to take in a certain amount of food anyway just to exist. And so you just can't quit eating cold turkey. And so I have great respect for you. And congratulations to you for losing all that weight. That's wonderful. All right. Here we go. Loretta, are you ready, kid? Look what I got for you. It's an 8. You can change
it.
What?
Change
Oh,
it.
change it. We will. Look at there, Loretta.
Higher.
Higher. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe that happened to you? Well, heck. Butch, you get a free shot at these suckers.
Definitely higher.
Gonna go higher than the deuce? Yeah.
I'm going to freeze, Bob.
I'm gonna freeze there. Okay. Butch is gonna freeze right here. Oh, Butch. Loretta. This one's about married women. Are you married?
Not anymore.
You got rid of that sucker, huh?
No, I got rid of him.
Yeah. Is he still in New York?
No, I think he's in some little cuckoo asylum somewhere in Wisconsin, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good. I hope he's watching. We surveyed 100 married women, and we asked them, since you've been married, have you tried to contact an old flame? How many married women admitted they've tried to contact an old flame?
Well, I know when I was married, there was one guy that was like, I loved him. He was my first love, okay?
Was his first name Joey?
No.
No? I just thought that all Italian guys from New York are named
Vinny,
Joey.
Vinny.
Oh, Vinny. It's okay.
No, but it wasn't Italian, no, never. No, his name was Jimmy, in fact.
Oh, well, okay.
Anyway, I did try to contact him, but I don't know where he moved. So I tried to, okay, because about 2 months into the marriage, I knew I had made a mistake. So I would say, though, that it's probably a lower number, though. I think most women were probably more happier than I was.
Yeah.
So I would say probably somewhere like 30.
30 out of 100 married women tried to contact an old flame. Says,
Yeah.
Butch, what do you think?
Well, I married a lovely young lady who had an 8-year-old daughter, and her ex lived in California while we lived in Des Moines. She didn't ever try to contact him. He tried to contact her several times.
She's a pretty lady. Yeah.
Definitely a pretty lady.
Yeah.
I would say, I'm sorry, what was your...
She said 30 out of 100.
30?
Yeah. Higher or lower than that?
I'm going to go maybe a little higher.
A little higher than that. The actual number of married women who have tried to contact an old flame is 21. No, was it higher? It was a little bit lower. Again, Loretta has the control. Okay, Loretta.
Okay, let's try it again.
Heck
Higher.
yes, higher will go. 10.
Okay, lower.
Loretta, you're making a mini-series out of this. You know that. Lower than the 10. 9.
Freeze.
Freeze. Thank you. All right, we'll freeze right there. And we'll be back. Don't go away, folks. See you in just a moment. Okay, Butch, next question is yours. It's an educated guess question. Butch, according to the government, what percentage of all the high school seniors in the United States use illegal drugs? What percentage of all seniors in the U.S. use illegal drugs?
The figure is getting higher and higher every year, which, of course, no one likes. I'm going to say that's quite a high figure now, which is...
What percentage?
63.
63%. Let's see what Loretta says. Former school teacher.
I used to be a school teacher, and I think my entire class was on drugs. I used to have to go high, you know.
And they all said, we are.
We are. Yeah. But I'm gonna hope that it's a little bit lower than that.
Hope it's a little bit lower.
Just a little bit.
Well, the actual percentage of American high school seniors who use illegal drugs is 27%. Yes, it was considerably lower. And I'm glad. All right, Loretta, what do you think?
Change it.
Change that. Oh, look here. Look what I got for you.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. Is that what you're telling me? It is.
Yes. All right, I'm going to try it. Higher.
If it's higher, you win game number 1. If it's not higher, Butch gets a free shot at the cards. Higher than the 8. Yeah, by 1. That was close. Okay, Loretta. Now, be honest with me. Is that the fastest $100 you've ever made?
Without a question of a doubt.
Well, okay. You win game number 1 and $100. Butch, you have to win this next game. But watch him.
I know he's tough.
Yeah, he's tough. He comes from behind and bam. All right, let's try it out. Susanna's going to deal out the cards pretty soon. And we're ready. Loretta? According to recent reports, men in Japan are starting to wear lipstick. So we surveyed 100 men in America, and we asked them, if it became fashionable, would you wear lipstick? You see when some guy comes home with lipstick on, his wife said, where'd you get that? He said, I've been to Japan. Yeah. How many American men would wear lipstick?
That's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Well, I tell you, if my ex-husband had come home with lipstick, I would have shot him.
No, you wouldn't. You'd just throw in his dress to him and kick him out, right?
That's right. I just say, well, that doesn't go with what you're wearing. I would say that it's going to be a low number. I would say probably like about 16. 16 would say.
16
okay.
out of 100 American men would wear lipstick. They ought to be arrested. Butch, higher or lower?
My lovely young wife, if I would come home with lipstick anywhere on me, she keeps a lawyer on retainer right now. And every time I do something like that, he calls me and he says, Mr. Seidenfeld, can you live on $25 a week?
You bet.
And no way, I can't do that. But
better than a 357 Magnum, you know that.
That's for sure. It's a low figure, she said, and I would like to go lower, but that is awful low. I'm going to say just a little bit higher.
A little higher. Well, the actual number of men who would wear lipstick, if it became fashionable, is 9 of them. No, it wasn't higher. Loretta. Woo. Can you imagine going out with some guy and you telling the guy, don't get your lipstick on me? Give me a break.
It's a good thing you didn't take the poll in West Hollywood.
You know,
might have been
there we go, Susanna. Be quiet.
Okay. Lower.
Lower than the Jack. 4.
Higher.
Higher than the 4 King.
Lower.
Lower 10.
Freeze.
Freeze. Okay. We shall freeze on the 10. 1 card away from winning the match. We'll come back and see where our champion's going to be right after this.
I should have.
We'd like to take all the credit for creating the perfect orange juice. Never frozen, never concentrated. But the truth be told, nature did most of the work. Simply orange. Simply unfooled around with.
With Dulcolax laxative, you can relax. It works gently enough for sensitive stomachs, yet provides complete relief. More doctors recommend Dulcolax than any other overnight laxative. Relax. Trust Dulcolax for overnight relief guaranteed.
Can you see the difference between these homes?
Butch, you got the pressure on you, my friend.
She's tough.
I know. Next question's yours. This question involves our 10 senior Olympic athletes who are in our studio audience. And again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for helping us. Butch, before the show, we ask our 10 athletes, have you won medals in more than one event? How many of these 10 athletes have won medals in more than one event?
Well, they all look like good physical specimens. Different events, does that mean if they're swimming, they could different 100-yard?
Come on, Butch.
Thing? Well, let's say 7.
More than one event means more than one event.
Okay, 7 we'll say.
I like the way I explain those things to help the contestants out because it's my job. Loretta, will it be higher or lower than 7, my dear?
I think it's lower.
I think it's lower than that. The actual number of these athletes who have won medals in more than one event is 6 of them. Woo, just a little bit lower. But it is lower, yes. Which 6 of you have won medals in more than one event? Raise your hand if you would, please. Isn't that wonderful? Elizabeth, tell us about you. What have you won medals in now?
I was in 3 events, the 100-meter dash, which is a running event, the 200 and the 400, and I'm 61 on December the 6th. And my father was a runner, too, so...
So you won a medal. How old were you when you won the medal?
This was just 2 years ago, not last year, the year before.
And how fast did you...
3 medals in one go, and then last year, the 1 gold medal.
How fast did you run the 100 meters?
The 100 meter was 19.75.
Well, congratulations to you. I just think that's wonderful. You're 61 years old. You're a wonderful inspiration, you guys. That's great.
Change it.
Well, okay. We'll change it. The 10's a jack.
Okay, lower.
Do you realize what's going to happen to you if this is lower?
I know.
If this is lower, you're the champion. You'll play for the big money, a new truck. Guys will be knocking on your door 24 hours a day.
I hope.
You hope. If it's not lower, your
Suicide.
dating life is going down the drain. You know what I mean? Lower than the jack for the match. Yes, it is. Okay, Loretta. Hey, Butch, you certainly don't leave with empty pockets. $5,900. Congratulations to you, my friend. Nice to have you with us. Come on, Loretta. Right over here, huh? How about that? Hey, you ready?
No.
Well, this is it. You could win as much as $32,000 for the turn of a single card in just the next few seconds. Now, Suzanne and Christine are going to deal out some cards that you cut earlier from a deck. And I will tell you this, that you can change 1 card per line. That's really important to you. We're going to give you some of our money to bet with. In fact, we're going to give you $200, and we'll do that right now. Good luck to you. We want you to win, babe.
Thanks.
Here we go. Okay, Loretta, first card turns into an 8.
Change it.
Which one
Give
you
me
want?
A 2.
Number 2. Thank you, Christine. Whoops, I haven't got it. The 8 now becomes a 3. All right, $200.
Let's go for it. Make it 200, 150 higher.
150, go for it. 150 higher than the 3. King.
Okay.
350. 350, Loretta.
350.
Yeah.
300 lower.
300 lower. You got it, kid. 650, Loretta.
650. Make it 100 lower.
100, lower than the 10. Barely, but it is. 750. Up here, give you 4. You got $1,150.
Change it.
Which one you want this time?
3.
Number 3. All right. The 8 shall become an 8 again. You've got $1,150.
$1,150. Make it $150 higher.
150 higher than the 8. No, but that's okay. Look what you got. Back to 1,000 and go for the gusto, kid.
Okay, make all of it higher.
All of it higher than the deuce, and it is $2,000.
Okay. How much do I have?
$2,000.
Okay, 1,800 lower.
$1,800 lower than the king. Look at that.
Woo!
Hey, wait a minute, Loretta. Wait a minute. Do you know how much money you can win here?
I have no idea.
Can you multiply 2 times 3,800?
My mind is totally applied.
$7,600. Do you know? So what do you say?
All of it.
Which way?
That it's going to be higher.
Well, you're the one that has to say
All
it.
right,
You know
I
what
have
mean?
to say it. Higher.
Yeah, all of it higher. For $7,600. Yeah! Look at that! You had $200 to start with. You're now at $7,800. It's all yours. How about that, Jazz? And we'll be back in just a moment with more Card Sharks. Don't go away.
That wasn't on, was it?
I consider myself smart.
In the know.
Practical. So when I wanted a new SUV,
I did my homework. Found the perfect one. Suzuki XL7.
tons of standard features.
I like the V6. I like the V6.
It seats 7.
Seat 7. And it comes with peace of mind.
Because it comes with America's #1 warranty.
It's family-friendly SUV.
You gonna come back?
For sure.
You will come back. You have to come back and get your money anyway, don't you?
For sure.
Yeah, that's all the time we have for Christine, Susanna, Bob Hilton, the gang. I'm Bob Eubanks. So long, everybody, from Card Sharks. Bye-bye.
GSM. World Series of Blackjack returns. It's season 2 with twice the jackpot and double the drama.
And that's how I roll.
Who will beat the odds and become the next Blackjack champion? World Series of Blackjack, Friday at 10. Part of Casino Night on GSM.
Most men are actually intimidated by playing against a woman.
Women, you know, they just don't see the big picture.
I believe that men are, in general,
I'm not
stronger
afraid
poker
of any
players.
other players.
I think
Every poker player is an egomaniac.
we have the potential to slaughter
I don't think that's necessarily
I usually know what they're going to do before
Why are
they
men
do.
better poker players than women?
This week, watch Karina Jett, Chloe Gowan, and Kathy Liebert take on Amir Vahidi, Paul Wolf, and Chris Moneymaker.
A man is going to beat a woman in the end.
Poker Royale Battle of the Sexes, hosted by Tom Likas and Kennedy. Friday at 9 on GSN.